Welcome to This Must Be Heard, a recurring podcast featuring discussions of Delaware County Community Colleges, events, achievements, and initiatives. In this episode, Sam Briggs and Yegna Rangavachala talk to Professor Belcastro and Dean Laganella about a new certificate program from the music department. Thank you for listening.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of This Must Be Heard. I am your host, Sam Briggs, and joining me will be my co-host, Yegna Rangavachala. And today's special guests will be Professor Belcastro and Dean Laganella. How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, doing well. Great to be here.
Doing great. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Then let's jump right into it. Our first question of the day is that the music department has a new certification program. Can you tell us about the new program and what it entails?
We're really excited about this new program. It's 18 credits and it ties in a lot of different components in music industry for students. So students will basically get a comprehensive understanding of music business, its history, its trends, its key players. They'll have a great deal of creative growth, the active environment where you can really unleash your creative abilities and experiment with your music talents. You'll have a development and understanding of music technology. We'll be staying up to date with all the newest digital audio workstation software. It's also a great place just to network with other musicians from the community that DCC is going to foster in this program, which could lead to other professional opportunities. But ultimately, we'd like to see our students take these 18 credits and then transfer over to one of the many universities in the area that offer a four-year degree program.
Professor Belcastro, a quick question. The dean mentioned about the program saying it has some 18 credits. So I was hoping if you could tell more about how long it's going to take to complete the certification and what kind of classes can students expect when they start taking the certification program?
Sure. Overall, it's a plan that we put together for 3 semesters, 2 classes a semester. Students will be taking introductory courses like Music 101 or Fundamentals, which is for people who've never had any music training before. If you have had music training in the past, you read and don't think that class pertains to you, students can come talk to me. It's possible to move into Theory 1 if you have past experience. But otherwise, getting that fundamental knowledge alongside our keyboard class, Piano 1, are integral to succeeding in the courses that come after.
Awesome. So our second question for today is, what can students do with a music industry certification?
There's a lot of different avenues that you could just take the certificate with you and then go out into the job market. You would be able to, own your own business label, that you would have the rudimentary knowledge to get started, own a music business label, and be able to do the networking and the understanding of how to produce a commercial product and be able to put it online for distribution. You would have the foundational skills to go to work in a music studio. You'd be able to assist with large recording projects and have the understanding to work with a sound engineer and producer to assist in those projects. There's also other careers such as artist management. You'd be able to understand the industry enough where you'd be able to build a roster of artists and work with them to develop their careers and get them signed to labels. And a lot of people, and I think this might be some of our older students who are interested in it, are looking just to learn and capitalize on the knowledge that we have to patch holes in their own knowledge. There's a lot of people out there who are producers, but they're self-taught and they've basically learned the art of music technology and music recording from just gathering what they can on the web. So this will be a more comprehensive approach to both the theory and practice of recording and music creation.
Yeah, it really does give you the footing, the base knowledge you really need to interact professionally with musicians and people working in sound and editing. That's the goal of this certificate, is to have somebody come out of it with the foundation they need to interact and work and grow in the field.
Oh, I didn't know that there are so many opportunities out there in the music industry. I'm personally am exposed to Indian Carnatic music, Bollywood music, and also Hollywood music. So I was wondering, do students get to learn like different genres of music in this program because it sounds so diverse?
I think diversity is a big part of it. We're not going to push a specific style of music or a specific direction. The curriculum gives the student the academic freedom to sort of specialize in the type of field and type of music that they wish to pursue. But they'll also be exposed to a very wide range of musical activities, both in music theory as well as the music production courses. They'll be listening to music produced literally all over the world.
I have students currently in our Introduction to Music Tech, one of the early releases from this program. And there's 14 students in there, and they're doing anything from interest in dubstep and house music to creating soundtracks to small ads, or just sonic explorations, or how to record their friend's band. We're really focused on the knowledge base and the utilization of the tools so that they can be creative in whatever way they like without us directing that.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. So, for our third and final question for today, who should enroll in the program? Could it be like for anybody or anyone who has a music major or stuff like that?
So this is a program that's geared at people starting out from the very beginning. The intent is that you can come in with no past experience in performing or reading or in any way dealing with music and get the foundation you need to build from there. Students who do have a background, and we have quite a few of those, should also be very excited about the program because of the inherent holes, as Dean Laganella was talking about earlier, that come from being self-taught. You get to high levels in certain things, but don't have the understanding of other aspects of it. You may be good at writing, but not understand how to detail those sounds so that they come across well on a variety of speaker systems or what have you. So it's really for anyone interested in working in the music industry as a whole and exploring different avenues, who sees that they need to bump up those skills or to get those skills. The certificate in and of itself gives you experience with reading music, with performing and keyboard skills, as well as theory and composition, and utilizing various forms of technology from in the computer, in the box mixing, to utilizing microphones and recording from the stage. And then, of course, the music business aspect of it is a key important one that's relatively new in academia. It's something I wish we had when I was going to school. So folks who are interested in working in music as a whole in general would benefit from that course alone.
I was hoping to ask you a quick question because I was just curious about what exactly can students explore in music business in particular?
Sure. There's a lot of things that are covered in music business that are immensely beneficial, even at the most rudimentary level. What's interesting about music business, I think, is that with the advent of the internet, how music business is conducted changes greatly from even year to year at this point. An example would be TikTok, that you now have these music stars that are emerging outside of traditional music label, but from their own self-promotion on TikTok. So if an artist goes viral there, then it's bucking the trend, 100 years of music business trends of dealing with traditional record labels and things of that. So that being said, I think the main part of what students will learn is how to market themselves, how to advertise themselves. They'll learn the importance of licensing, meaning how to be able to use other people's music, since we are a sampling society. And also, if you have a finished product, how to license your own music so maybe it can be featured in other types of places, such as YouTube ads or movies or television shows. They'll learn a lot about distribution or how music gets distributed in today's basis. So like how to get your music onto Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, et cetera, et cetera. They'll learn basics of legal, such as the ins and outs of contracts and as pertaining to music, and learn basic public relations as well, how to write a proper press release, who to send those press releases to. So there's a lot of things that a student can do if one is just looking for how to market oneself, or if they're looking to maybe work for a record label or even start their own one.
I think it sounds definitely fun, and it's intriguing as to how we could learn a lot of new things, like as a student with interest in music or also in the music business. So I think I'm actually looking forward to it.
All right, those are some great answers from you two. Thank you. So we're going to start wrapping up soon. So any final thoughts?
No, overall, this is just a very exciting thing to have at DCCC. It's a great opportunity for students moving forward, and we're looking forward to all the students we get and building a program that will continue to expand on what we're already doing, and seeing what everybody does with their careers in the future is always an exciting part of being an educator.
Very nice. Dean Laganella, any thoughts?
I just want to thank the New Media Lab for having us. You guys are doing great work, and I even see some crossover between the music industry and the Media Lab in the future in terms of opportunities and collaborations that could take forward. And I hope students will take advantage of those opportunities.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining, everybody.
It was great to co-host with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
It was great. Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, thanks again. And be sure to like and subscribe to our New Media Lab YouTube channel. And we're out.
You've been listening to This Must Be Heard, brought to you by the New Media Lab and the Office of Athletics and Campus Engagement. Today's hosts were Sam Briggs and Yegna Rangavachala. Our guests were Dean David Laganella and Professor Richard Belcastro. Our co-executive producers are Lushonda Stevens, Kara Oates, and Raymond Porras. Victoria Colbreth and Samuel Larson designed our cover art. This episode's theme music was specially composed by Enargeya Giles, a computer science major in her 4th semester at DCCC. I am Angel Young, your announcer for this episode. Special thanks to the Director of Athletics and Campus Engagement, Allison Gleason, and our faculty advisor, Professor Maria Boyd. If you have an interest in participating in the New Media Lab, contact the Office of Athletics and Campus Engagement or reach out to us on Instagram at DCCC_New Media Lab. Be sure to like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Thanks again for listening.